When the lottery check cleared, she thought she was untouchable. $20 million, and in her mind, it was all hers. She filed for divorce within weeks, her laughter sharp as glass as she scribbled her signature on the papers. "You'll never touch a cent," Sloane hissed at her husband across the table. "You've always been beneath me. Don't think for a second you're walking away with anything." She winked at her attorney, smug in her certainty, unaware that the man she was dismissing had one legal ace hidden in plain sight, the prenup her own father forced on them years earlier. That document would turn the tables in ways she could never imagine. Before the money, their life had been simple. Alden Brooks woke every morning before dawn in their modest Brooklyn apartment, rising with the alarm at 5:30 a.m. His body carried the aches of construction work, calloused hands, a sore back, lines etched deeper than his 32 years. By 6, he was gulping bitter coffee and lacing up steel-toed boots that had weathered years of labor. His daily ritual was always the same: kiss his sleeping wife, check on their little girl Tessie, and head off to another day of building other people's skyscrapers. On the job, Alden had earned respect not by barking orders, but by outworking everyone else. While the crew smoked, he studied blueprints. When overtime came up, he volunteered. By evening, he'd race through traffic, not for Sloane, but for Tessie's hugs and giggles. Dinner at their table was a contrast. Sloane immaculate, glowing like a magazine model, while Alden still wore the dust of the day. She asked about his work out of habit, not interest, her attention often drifting to her phone. Later, while she entertained herself with country club friends, Alden read fairy tales to Tessie, playing the role of the steady father she adored. Those moments made every sacrifice worth it. Everything changed one October morning when Sloane scratched a lottery ticket at the kitchen counter. The matching numbers stole her breath, then sent her screaming through the apartment. 20 million. Neighbors poured in with champagne and cookies. By the time Alden rushed home, the place was overflowing. He wrapped Sloane in his arms, lifted Tessie high, and for one night, the cramped apartment felt like paradise. While she basked in champagne and adoration, he sat later at their old laptop, researching investments, taxes, trust funds, dreaming of securing their future. But within weeks, Sloane shifted. She started speaking in terms of "my money, not ours." Designer handbags piled up, jewels sparkled on her dresser, and secret phone calls filled their evenings. When Alden asked about their plans, she brushed him off, her eyes already elsewhere. The woman who once clung to him with joy now treated him like an inconvenience. The breaking point came one quiet evening. Tessie was away at her grandmother's. Sloane sat waiting, perfectly dressed, an envelope clutched in her manicured hand. Without hesitation, she slammed the divorce papers against his chest. "You're not in my league," she said coldly. "We're done." Her heels clicked away, leaving him stunned and hollow. Desperate, Alden turned to his oldest friend, Connor Hale, now a lawyer. Alden explained everything: the win, the sudden cruelty, Sloane's words like knives. Connor listened, then asked the question that unlocked everything. "Did her family ever make you sign anything when you married?" And the memory hit. The Harrington estate, 8 years ago. The cold glare of Sloane's father, Grant Harrington, sliding a prenup across the polished dining table. Its terms were clear. Anything acquired during the marriage belonged to both spouses. Sloane hadn't objected. Alden, too in love to question, signed without hesitation. He'd married her, not her money. That night, the papers seemed meaningless. Now it was salvation. Connor's grin said it all. "Then we've got her." The courtroom was packed on the day of the hearing, buzzing with reporters eager for scandal. Sloane swept in, radiant in Chanel, her father striding behind her. She smirked, taunting Alden publicly. "You'll leave with nothing, just like you came. A nobody." Laughter laced her words as she signed the divorce papers with theatrical flair. Alden entered quietly with Connor at his side. He wore his old wedding suit, tighter now across his shoulders. Holding Tessie's hand, he led her to the front where a child advocate waited. She waved at him with innocent trust before sitting down. Sloane sneered at the display of affection, blind to the storm gathering against her. The judge, a seasoned woman with 30 years on the bench, studied the scene as she took her seat. She'd seen countless marriages dissolve, but this one crackled with arrogance and hidden weight. What came next would silence Sloane's laughter and prove that sometimes the very weapon you wield can be turned against you.